Hi reception. Today we're going to talk about how we can stay safe using the internet, and it is going to be Safer Internet Day on the 9th of February, so this is why we're going to be talking about it. So let's get started. So first up, what is the internet? So an internet is lots of networks of computers all connected with each other. And all around the world, there are billions of computers connected by Wi-Fi, which means no cables, or computers that are connected with cables to get to the internet, and then they share information between each other. So there are different ways that you can use the internet. You can use a laptop, computer, tablet, and mobile phones as well. So what do we use the internet for? Now, we have spoken about this a little bit in class. So we can watch television shows, we can play different games, we can watch videos, and we can find things out that we might not know. And most of you are doing this at the moment, learning at home. So you can have lots of fun on the internet and learn about lots of interesting things. But who do you think owns the internet, and who do you think decides what can be put onto the internet? What do we think? Well, no one actually owns the internet, and no one decides what can be put on. And the internet can be used by anyone, and anyone can add things onto the internet. But the most important thing that we need to remember is not all things that are put on the internet are safe for children to watch, play with. So, how do we then stay safe on the internet? So, one rule is that you always ask a grown-up before you go on the internet. Even if it's your own tablet at home, you must ask your mum, dad, grandma, or whoever if you can go on the internet first. So grown-ups can help you use the internet safely. So there's things that you don't see which you shouldn't see, or play games that you shouldn't be playing on. Then you always check with your grown-up if you want to try out a new website. So if there's a new website that you've heard of or a new app that you want to play on, you have to ask your adult first so that they can see if it's safe. So remember, anyone can add things onto the internet, and not everything is safe for children to use or play on there. So grown-ups can help you find a website that is fun and safe for children as well. So they'll be able to help you and guide you to ones that you should be using. Sometimes when you're using the internet, things might pop up on your screen and you're not quite sure what they are or what they're talking about. So never ever click on things that have suddenly popped up on your screen. You must always tell a grown-up if something pops up that you aren't sure about, or you don't quite like the look of, or it's a little bit scary. You always go and get an adult to see what it is. So, if a stranger came up to you in the street, talked to you, and then asked you to go with them because they had something really fun to show you, or they had some sweets that they want to give you, would we go with them? No, we wouldn't, because we know that we shouldn't talk to strangers on the street. And it's the same if you were on the internet. So if you're on the internet and somebody asks you your name, you never tell them, okay? You don't tell them where you live or which school you go to, okay? Because they're a complete stranger. You don't know who they are. So just like in the real world as well, the internet has people who are kind, but also some people who are a bit unkind and a bit mean and nasty using it as well. So if anybody tries to send you a message or chat with you, and you're not quite sure who they are, and you think they're a stranger, you must always tell an adult. So, How can we use the internet for all the fun things but still stay safe? So, one rule. Always tell a grown-up when you're using the internet and let them help you choose safe websites that you can use. Always tell an adult if something randomly pops up on your screen and you're not sure what it is or you think it's a bit scary. And always tell the grown-up if someone you don't know sends you a message or tries to speak to you and ask you your name. And remember, never tell them your name, your age, where you live, okay? And that is the main rules of staying safe. So if you're unsure about anything on the internet, always get an adult. So at home, you can go and get your mummies and daddies, whoever you live with. And in school, if we ever use the iPads for games or anything and something pops up, you can tell me, Miss Marshall, Mr. Fothergill, or Mrs. Hogan, okay? So in your little pack, you have got a safer internet sheet to do. And it's basically asking you to circle the people who you would tell different things to. Okay, so complete that and then you can send your pictures to us on Dojo. Bye, reception.